I feel like there should be a PSA. Wonderful new invention. Go eat it. Morning, ladies, and welcome to another video here on IRL Jax, where I am Jax, and we go over my pregnancy journey, my infertility journey, and my IVF journey. If you are new here, welcome, and if you're one of my wonderful subscribers, welcome back, ladies. I wanted to preface today's clip with a little bit of a disclaimer that I shot it literally within like an hour of finding out our embryo count. I will pop in after you see this clip to give you kind of my thoughts now and our game plan going forward. Okay, here we go. I just wanted to pop on really quick and give you the results of our 5-day blast report. So today is Monday, so tomorrow will be the 1 week mark of my retrieval. I've been anxious all day because they said that Monday afternoon is when they're gonna call to let me know how many blasts we got that could be biopsied, because we are doing genetic testing, and so you need 5-day blast to be able to, you know, take a cell and have it biopsied for genetic testing. We're having genetic testing done, if you're new to this channel, because we have had 2 chromosomally abnormal pregnancies in 2018, and I was just not comfortable moving forward with hybrid cycles without genetic testing, or IVF without genetic testing. I just knew I didn't have it in me emotionally to go through another chromosomally abnormal pregnancy, and evidently my body does not really get the memo on that, and so I stayed pregnant with those for a while. Anyway, so I've been anxious all day at work, and one of my buddies who's on the same cycle as me IM'd me and said that she had gotten her report and she got 11, and that is awesome. An hour crept by and they hadn't called me, and I had to get on a work meeting, and thankfully it was ending soon, and I was like, okay, anybody have any questions? And my phone started ringing. I was like, okay, no questions, I'll send an email, bye, and like just hung up really fast so I could catch the call and not have to listen to a message. And it was our wonderful embryologist, Ashley, and she went over the whole cycle with me, and she's like, okay, you had 33 eggs, 29 of which were mature, and then 19 of which fertilized normally. And she said yesterday on day 5, we looked and there were 3 that could be biopsied. And they waited till day 5.5, so this morning, and said there was 1 more they could get for a total of 4. And I could just cry. Went from 19 to 4, which is lower than even the bottom of my calculations, let alone starting at the high end with 19 and then ending up with 4 is just a little bit devastating. And I know a bunch of you will say it only takes 1, but the genetic testing is literally the part that I had the most anxiety about, since we have a track record of bad genetics, and obviously this kind of coincides with that big of a drop off. Something's wrong, and I know it could, well, it doesn't mean it for sure, but it's certainly feels like it is right in line with our track record. And so now, best case results, 2 of those are normal, worst case, none. I was starting to think in my mind, like, we'll have plenty for us, and maybe we'll even get to donate some. Wouldn't that be so fun to like be able to give some embryos to other people? And I know not to like lose hope yet or anything, but it was just a really big blow, and it certainly brings back in the possibility of having to do another cycle, which is a lot considering I'm still feeling subpar from the retrieval from this cycle. So I drove home after that. I was sitting, luckily I was in a phone room and not just out at my desk. I was in a phone room so I could take that call. I just packed up my stuff and left. It was only like 2:40, but just like F it. But this is the reality of it, is you get a phone call and that's all it is. Anyway. Oh my gosh, okay, pulling myself together because I need to call the husband and let him know It's mostly frustrating because I wanted this done, and in my mind it was checked off, done. We either have enough embryos for us or we have enough embryos for us and someone else. We'd gotten this far. I hadn't really thought that failure could be an option, and it totally is now. It is not unheard of for 4 embryos to be genetically abnormal. I mean, that's nothing. And now another 2-week wait starts. Hi, honey.
Hello. Alright, lay it on me.
We got 4.
At least there's that many. I wonder why it's so low. Alrighty, baby.
Bye, honey.
Bye.
So, obviously, I was a smidge upset. Going from 19 to 4 was just devastating. I have a spreadsheet, which I will link a read-only copy of below, that shows the normal ranges of I guess, degradation from how many follicles you have, how many eggs are retrieved, all the way down to how many babies you can expect, how many positive transfers you can expect to get. And that is based on literally the latest and greatest research I could find. I show you the best case and the worst case range just to give you a realistic expectation. Like I said, I'll link it down below so you can have a copy, but you will see that based on my original number of 33 eggs, I should have landed somewhere between 6 and 14, and I should have been on the upper end of that because I had such a good count going into it. Well, this is what it is. We have 2 weeks now to wait before we get genetic results, and we can actually put a plan of action in place. But if you've been following along on my journey, you know I don't really do the waiting game or the not having a plan game. So we're probably going to lay out a plan for if we get 0 embryos, and literally just if we get 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 come back normal, what we're gonna do. Obviously if we get 4, then that's great. That's what I wanted from the beginning. I wanted 4 or 5 was kind of my end goal target to have on ice. If we get 4, they're all magically genetically normal, then great. We'll just freeze them and progress as we plan, 2019 being an adoption year and 2020 probably being the earliest transfer. Then on the flip side, if we get 0, we seriously have to talk about doing IVF again this year, and timing is questionable. For reasons I'll get into in a later video, February and March are kind of off limits as far as doing IVF. Like I said, that situation's developing, so I don't want to like say anything and then have it turn out to be nothing. So from kind of mid-February through mid-March, we can't, I would prefer not to be on stims or meds or anything. So the earliest would be after that. And then in between 0 and 4, I'm kind of meh. I don't know. I don't know what we would do at that point. That's something the husband and I still need to decide on, and I don't I don't super know. Honestly, I think we do another retrieval cycle if we got 1. It's just not enough. With a 50% success rate of transfer, it's just not awesome. And doing genetic testing greatly reduces the chance of miscarriage, but it does not eliminate it by any means, which is something that I don't think a lot of people know either. Like, transfer in a good embryo and it sticks, like you're home free. Like, no, there's still a chance that that's going to end in a miscarriage for a different reason. Point is, I am doing okay. I kind of had my little emotional breakdown yesterday, went, got a cheeseburger, got a cookie butter concrete. If you don't know what cookie butter is, oh my gosh, I feel like there should be a PSA, like, wonderful new invention, go eat it. But I chose to have mine mixed in to frozen custard because we were breaking out the big guns yesterday. And then luckily, by pure happenstance, I had my infertility support group that meets once a month, and so I was able to go there, and it really helps to like get perspective and just be like, other people have been through this, it's okay. And I don't know, I feel like benchmarking against people in an infertility support group sometimes like brings it down a notch, because if you start benchmarking against your Instagram feed where it's like, cute baby, baby bump, oh, cute little announcement of your child holding a sign that says she's gonna be a big sister, like, then you get a little upset. Hi, I know the lighting is like really questionable right here, but I wanted to get this recorded because I need to go work. And not on this puzzle that's in the background. My home office is over there. Yes, it's devastating. No, we're not out of the game yet. This still might be a salvageable banking cycle, but understanding that like we're not planning on transferring these right away means that we were using this as like a security blanket and like kind of a check off our list to like have those to use later, since it is going to be a year or two before I want to transfer them. So if we were just transferring them, I'd say we take whatever we get, we transfer them, and then roll into a new IVF cycle. I would like to take advantage of my young eggs whilst I can. Obviously, I'm going to dig in with a doctor on what the hell happened. Again, is it a statistical fluke? I am feeling not so much, and you ladies can tell me whether or not you think it is a fluke or whether or not you think there might be something underlying. I haven't really done enough research to figure out like, okay, we had these 2 miscarriages and now we have such a bad embryo batch. Like if there's a connection, if there's something genetically like with sperm or eggs that isn't up to par. Anyway, I need to do a little more research on that as well as consult my doctor. I'm gonna wait for the final PGS results before I sit down with her. I'll probably do an adoption update after this video or in 2 weeks, so be on the lookout for that. And that'll feature our profile book, which is adorable, just so many hours put into that, but I'll save that for a future video. And other than that, ladies, you know the deal. Until next time, keep on fighting.